Hello and welcome. In this video I'm going to show you a bit about Applocker, how to see if it's running or not and what to do about it. I'll also be showing you how to perform Kerberoasting on a Windows machine specifically, not remotely, right? And I'll be showing you Windows privilege escalation technique as well. So I think you'll really enjoy this video, so just sit back, relax, and I hope you learned something useful. Please enjoy. So today we'll be doing this machine, because it will cover Applocker. If you're not familiar, how to bypass that. There are some very simple ways. And then I also check real quick, we will be using Kerberoasting. CPSec will be using the script. I prefer Rubius. I will use Rubius. That's always what I do for raster roasting, Kerberoasting, if I have to do it on Windows. And then it seems like we're doing some PrivEsc. But yeah, so this just seems useful, knowing how to do Kerberoasting and Azure roasting on Windows, and also how to bypass Applocker. So let's try this. So some AV evasion, let's say. But just do a quick scan. So we can see that we already P open. So I will connect like that. It's the X3LG. X3LG. There we go. Then here's the password, and then this Vicar drive, I will actually go to this place because I have some handy tools. So pretty much what I will do is I will take those tools and carry it with itself into the RDP session, just to make it more convenient for file transfer. So let's see. There are many ways to bypass Applocker along a lot. You can use this place, yeah. But if you didn't know, this is a very common place to bypass Applocker. Yeah, I have a term. You can also run this to see if Applocker is even running to begin with. And there we go. If you see this running, then you know that pretty much Applocker is running. So if I use net use, here you can see this is the drive that I have with me in the RDP session. So if I use the ROM drive, you can see the tools inside, which is very cool. So let's see what else it wanted me to do. All right, yeah, this is pretty much where the combined blinds in the Win a partial session get stored, just like the bash history, which can be worthwhile to check. So I believe I have to be SCMD for this. That's piece one. There we go. Here's a flag. I don't really care too much about these flags, just want to show you some useful techniques, but might as well. So there's the Kerberoasting part. So he says that you can enumerate using stat.schem, which is true. You can also just check this with Bloodhound, or you can just pass it without running this if you want to be lazy, but This is a way to check if any user has a SB headset, to essentially find them Kerberoastable users. And there we go, yeah. It's definitely lab Kerberoasting TGT. Shella is most likely the user that is Kerberoastable. They also expect the answer here, so Fella seems correct. And again, the one with to use this tool, I prefer reaching for this, so let me just read this. So you can just do like this, copy. And then I will give it on disk. So, if you wanted to perform as you're posting, this is pretty much how you do it. It's very simple. But yeah, this room wants you to do Kerberoasting, so most likely there's nothing here. There we go. So then you would pretty much just run a sim command, but using Kerberoast. And there we go. We found one Kerberoastable user, and that's the Stella that we found earlier. So now this has been stored in hashes SSD. We can pipe that, and there we go. So yeah, I'm very convenient with this share that is connecting into the RDP session. Is that you could pretty much just copy hashes TXT like this, and then let's see. So op tools was the place that I was. So if I go here and I do ls, I have these tools. But then if I copy this, it will copy to the same directory that the share is hosted, which is in this current directory. So let's see. There we go. Cat hashes. And this is a Kerberoasting 5 TGS, which means obviously Kerberoasted. Let's see. Let's just further brute force that one. If you find something, and there we go, Ruben. So if you have credentials, you can do Kerberoasting from Linux as well. But I'll be showing you variants where you can pretty much do it if you're on a Windows. Login as the use sorts of flange. We can pretty much just start another session and the username was Fella. Right. I haven't set the environment variable for the icon, so let me do that. But yeah, I'll just make sense for you guys. Highly recommend trying Rubius if you have not done so yet. So here is this hill flying they want us to find. Alright, let's in. So there's a PrivEsc. So they've already told us what the PrivEsc is, which is an unattended. We can either just copy paste this and cheat, or we can run PowerUp as they want. PowerUp is my personal favorite tool regardless when it comes to PrivEsc, so I don't mind. Let me just see if I modify this one. I have. So let me just trench this because it will do the same for you guys. Let me. So again, on the OSCP exam, like if you modified in the scripts like this, and then you had invoke objects at the bottom, and then you don't call the function outside of a script, then you would have to show that in the actual report and document it. Stuff like that is important. The same thing with like me using like environment variable here. Like it's pretty basic, but just make sure that all of those things are covered. So now we can once again see net use. We have this. And then just copy the script. And then run PowerShell ether bypass. Let's just bypass the execution policy. And then we run the script like this. And then we set the invoke to function. If this works. Evoke all checks. If those look correct to me. There we are. It didn't like this purchase are missing. So pretty much now it checks for everything that it can. We already know that it's in here, so we can cheat if we want to. But I don't think we do. I'll just check it from now, and there it is. So this is not normally on a system. There's also a article here. very much cumbersome PrivEsc, but so hey, here are some common places, and this was the one that it was for us. So this is for the administrator. Let us take this value. And let us base64 decode it. There we go. So it finds the fact that it has unattended is also fine. So that's pretty much just all they wanted. And then it's up to us to actually find those paths. But that article shows pretty much everything. Plus a win piece would most likely find it as well. But yeah, this is simple. So yeah, we can pretty much just close this one. And then let us take that password that we got with administrator. Your password has expired and must be changed. Can I not copy this? Okay, I don't seem to be able to copy this. I will try with a different technique. I'm just fine with use exec. So let's take this huge password right here. So this is for administrator. Obviously, you could type out all of that, but that's quite insufferable. You could also play around with different RDP clients, but I'm just trying this because this is faster if this works. And there we go. So who am I? We're on MT authority. Excellent. So let's say, I think it's yeah, it's head. So there we go. That is pretty much just how you can do Kerberoasting and also Azure Pro C if you need to on Windows itself. Can be quite handy. Let us submit this. And then let us submit this. But yeah, and I'm also showing how useful Power Up is for PrivEsc. It's just such a quick and easy way to check. And there we go. I hope that was useful. Now, if you enjoy how I teach and you enjoy this video and you want to take the OSCP, then what are you doing not being in this course? It's over 15 hours long and it covers everything that you need. If you're only watching the videos on YouTube, you're missing out a lot because It's over 15 hours of content. You will get access to the VIP section on Discord, where you can ask me any questions and you can study alongside all the other students in our course. Right now, you will also get access to this checklist right here, which will cover at least 95% plus of all the attacks and all the techniques that you need to know for every single section. Not only initial access, but AD, pivoting, Linux, and Windows privilege escalation. And the goal for you is to reach proficient or at least basic competence on all of them. That's one of the things. We also have this entire roadmap right here, where there's a bunch of action steps and a bunch of cheat sheets inside all of these hyperlinks that I can't show you in this video. But once you have completed all of them, you know for a fact that you will be ready to get into the OSCP exams and absolutely crush it. If that sounds interesting to you, to get all of this in 15 hours plus of video footage of someone who has OSCP, who explains different attacks and techniques and methodologies, it's going to be invaluable to you. Now, some people are confused with the offer. If you're interested in the notes, these are the notes that you will constantly see me use in the videos, right? They're pretty much recommended to go hand in hand with the course, and I use them constantly in the course itself, right? So I think you'll find it extremely useful. That's also why we have the third offer, which is the bundle, where you can buy both of these together for a discount. I hope that clarifies things. Best of luck on your OSCP journey. I really hope this will be massively useful to you. I'll see you in the next video.